The Cottonwood County Citizen proudly presents Athlete of the Week. Brought to you this week by Andy Morris Trucking. For all your local or long distance feed, ingredients, and CWG hauling, and your livestock hauling needs, give Andy a call at 507-822-0400. That's Andy Morris Trucking of Windham. And I'm joined by Windham senior Madison Morris, this week's Athlete of the Week. Congratulations, Madison.
Thank you.
Well, let's talk about this big win against Marshall on Thursday night, and that was just an outstanding night of volleyball. It was a well played match on both sides, but you guys really stepped up on the defensive side.
Right. Going into that night, we had absolutely nothing to lose and everything to gain. Defensively, we tried not to let anything hit the floor. We had one goal, and that was to beat Marshall. We definitely prepared well. We know we had to stop number 5, Ashton Himaleski. She's an outstanding player, and she can definitely jump out of the gym. I give props to all the diggers and passers, and definitely setters and hitters for getting the job done.
You know, early in the year, you guys kind of had a little bit of a struggle, especially on serve receive. Right. Against a team like Marshall, the serve receive really has to be on if you want to have a chance to win. And Thursday night, the passing game was really on fire.
Right. We definitely work hard at that in practice. It was definitely struggling. The past 2 years, letting Jazz go was definitely a big struggle for us. We had to fill that spot immediately. I think the change of the liberos was a well-needed change, and I think we definitely benefited from that.
Mm-hmm. And the other big factor last night was serving, and that's kind of been a strong suit of yours in particular. When you got to the service line, what was the mindset, and just keep them out of system and force them to become one-dimensional, I imagine.
Right. Our game plan for serving was definitely keep it away from number 5. I know when I was back serving, I was serving at that libero, getting in our head a little bit and get them out of system any way we possibly could. It was noisy in that gym last night, so definitely blocking out those distractions was tough, but we got the job done.
And by making them one-dimensional, you guys were able to get a better block on Himaleski, mm-hmm. and we didn't have a whole lot of solo ace blocks, but the blockers did just enough to slow the ball down for you guys in the back row to go get it.
Right, those blockers, they work tremendously hard in practice, and without them, it probably would have been a different ball game. Definitely, those blocks by Marissa, they were game changers.
Mm-hmm. It might have been one of the more emotional matches that I've seen you guys play. I haven't seen that much, emotion on the court in quite a while. Mm-hmm. And as a senior playing with basically a bunch of youngsters, that's got to be, on the one hand, it's got to be hard for you, but it's got to be a lot of fun too.
Right. We were so determined. I don't think yet this season we've been determined like that. We knew we had one goal, and we definitely wanted to beat them. I think we haven't beat them in 6 years. Is that correct? 2010
was the last time. Yep.
Right. So we knew Marshall was going to be tough coming in, but this past year we knew they were struggling a little bit. And that excitement last night that was shown, that was just phenomenal.
With the win, you guys clinched at least a share of the division title, and you have the chance to win it outright going down to Jackson on Tuesday night. Give me a little bit of a scouting report on JCC.
Well, we know Lacey Wackers our setter. We're going to definitely track Abby Benson when she's in the front row, and those servers when she's in the back row cannot miss. We definitely want to keep them out of system as much as we can.
How has it been this year for you guys breaking in 2 new setters? You've been one of our more consistent hitters throughout your career, but now that you're a senior, what's it like playing with a couple of different setters?
I love it. We experiment with so many different things in practice. I like to refer myself as kind of like their coach on the team, on the floor especially. When they have a bad set, I let them know, but when they have a good set, I reward them. And as a hitter, killing that ball after a good set and a good pass is really rewarding for them.
And for you guys going forward, playoff time is just a couple of weeks away. It's going to be a tough battle in the subsection. You've got a very good Hills Beaver Creek team that's been beating up teams. Oh, and then Tracy Milroy Ballatin might be on the horizon as well. And I know that deep down you guys would love another shot at TMB, but you got to take care of whoever's in front of you first.
Yeah, definitely. We have our mindset on TMB, but like you said, that struggle of getting over Hills Beaver Creek is going to be it's going to be a good game, and we need to be determined like we were last night and keep working hard. I have to say beating MCW 3 times last year, that was like Achilles tendon last year. We wanted to beat those, and we did it not only once, twice, but 3 times. Oh, jeez. It was probably a song from Carrie Underwood. I don't know exactly. Tracy. Definitely Tracy. I think I would be described as a leader. I love to read and hang out with friends, and I love to go out for a run every once in a while.
And of course, you're a senior. What are some of your future plans?
I think I might be going to SDSU in Brookings and get my degree in nursing.
Well, that should be all I need from you. Congratulations again, and thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
Brought to you this week by Andy Morris Trucking. For all your local or long-distance feed, ingredients, and CWG hauling, and your livestock hauling needs, give Andy a call at 507-822-0400. That's Andy Morris Trucking of Wyndham.